Hello, it's Brian again. So a little further along the ridge. So I just a few feet from where I checked in. Got a little mini summit here, but I still see a peak over there. So that's why periodically I come up to the ridge here so I could hopefully get a vantage point. There's a little prominent high point right here. But again, better views of the San Bernardino Ridge, San Bernardino Peak Divide. But over there I do see some higher terrain. So what I need to do is go back, start following the ridge. I follow the ridge. See, what kind of clued me into the idea that I was not that close to the peak yet, so I didn't cross the dirt road that goes near it. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm coming up on something really high compared to everything else I've seen, but I didn't see a dirt road near it. There's a dirt road that goes right next to the peak. I don't know if that dirt road is still in service, but if it is, you could four-wheel drive right to the almost completely to the peak, but then you'd have to just get off the road, just walk up the hill a short distance. So now what I got to do is follow the ridge over there. So now I just got to make sure I keep my bearing. Probably on the way back. The way back, I will look for the dirt road and hike it back. That'll probably be the more prudent way to get back. Now I'm just going to go follow this ridge. Definitely signs of humans. Looks like it was been churned up over here. Well, this area's not that far from, really not that far away from the roads, so I mean, it's not inconceivable that people come here sometimes for solitude. Obviously, what I'm just doing, this is exactly what I'm doing right now, just walking the ridge. What I want to do is I'm going to stay on the ridge, I guess, until I get close enough to get to the peak. Right now, don't want to be dipping through a lot of canyons and climbing over mounds when I don't need to. So it looks like if I can follow this ridge, hopefully the terrain will stay similar to this, and I should be getting to that peak. Well, I can't really exactly say how long, because who knows what the terrain will be like up ahead. But that is where I'm going to go. Or, like I said, attempt to go. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But it definitely looks like there's a trace of off-road activity probably in the past. I keep seeing what looks like ruts. Occasional shallow ruts. One thing to be said about this is anybody who loves hiking in forest, something like this would be great. I don't know, depending on how adventurous and willing to risk going cross country you are. I mean, this would make a really cool cross-country adventure. So, I do face the challenge of navigating my way back. I mean, what I'll do is, once I get back to this ridge here, I'm just going to go and follow it. Now I gotta see where the highest points are. That's the one thing, navigating in thick woodland and forest can be a little tricky. A lot of these places look the same to each other. I mean, I've been hiking with white firs and Jeffrey pines the entire time. They're everywhere. And I'm enjoying it. But it can make navigation tricky because the trees are individuals. They're individuals, but a lot of them do look a lot like each other. Like one Jeffrey pine will look like a lot like another Jeffrey pine. White fir like another white fir. So if you're navigating cross country and forest, best thing you can do is look for those really wild looking trees. Those ones that have the individuals that have things that set it apart, or a weird shaped rock, or anything like that. That's the kind of stuff that'll help you out. But right here, I really don't see anything that stands out in that sense. So I see some hills and dales over here, but I'm trying to see which part of this is going to be the high point. And I still do not see a road. All right. Wonder which way I should climb this. Actually, wait a minute. This looks like an old abandoned dirt road. Yeah, I must be right near it, because that's the highest point I could see in the area. And this is an old roadbed. Doesn't look like it gets used very much, but I could tell. Go along here. This is my road. So yeah, this is an old roadbed. This looks like it. So my peak's going to be up on one of these hillocks right here. So what I need to do is I think I might leave the road somewhere over there, because that's where I think I see the highest terrain. Like I said, sometimes it's hard to tell what the highest is, judging by the thickly forested and very gently undulating terrain. This is what I was looking for. The old dirt road. It just didn't stand out at first. But I think I remember seeing it petering out shortly before, or shortly after the peak coming from this direction. So I can see where it kind of petered out over there. Alright. This is where I go off trail again. And up the dirt. This might not be it here, I don't know. But I'm sure when I'm up on it, I'll know. According to Peakbagger, I think it said it had like 300 something feet of prominence. I don't see how that's so. Alright. Well, I'm going to poke around and I'll let you know when I'm there. See you in the next clip.